welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back to share a book haul with you guys. This is a book haul from Hay-on-Wye. We popped there, it's in Wales, and I've been wanting to go, so we went for my birthday. So yeah, I'm going to share quite a few books with you guys. They do have other, if you've been to Hay-on-Wye, you'll know that it's a lot of bookshops. It's like I think it's the only town or village that has mainly bookshops. They do have a few other shops, like restaurants. We went to a really nice cafe for lunch. That's called the Treetop Cafe. That was really lovely along the stream there. Yeah, they've got like a jewelry shop. I think they had some like knick-knacky clothes shops, like souvenirs kind of shops. But like I said, the majority of the place it's just mainly books. I will try and include either some clips here or at the end so you can see a little bit of the town. But if you're definitely going to Wales, and I would definitely recommend you stopping by Hay-on-Wye and checking it out, especially if you like me, you like books. Then they have so many different genres and things. Yeah, they had a bookshop that was just all sci-fi. I know there's another bookshop, a lady said there, that's coming, and it'd just be all Alice in Wonderland themed. Different books for Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, it's really lovely to go there. So I definitely recommend it. Shop that had a cafe in it, and it had like gardening tools, and it had like obviously gardening books near there. I'm trying to think, old cookery books and things, and then on their shelves they had all these like handmade potteries, and I just love this jug. So yeah, that was the only thing I picked up. It was £18, and it's all handmade. Yeah, I just thought it was really lovely, and I liked the detail on it and the colouring. So yeah, so that's the only thing other than books that I picked up. So that's that. So I'm going to start on sharing some of the books. There is quite a few to get through. Every book, I think the majority of them, apart from these ones, the majority are £4.95. These were £5.95. I think that was the only. Yeah, I think the rest majority was £4.95, which I thought was really good. Even £5.95 is quite good for a book, because if you go into the shops, they're normally like £10.99 or £9.99. I've never heard of this collection. There's a few books here that I've never heard of, and I just picked up because I like the sound of the back of them. And then some I've been wanting for a while. So this I've never heard of. I presume it's like, obviously going by the covers, a hockey romance series. Again, I've never heard of C.R. Jane, the author, either. But yeah, I just thought these could be quite fun to read. I presume they're like hockey romancy things, but I don't know what order they go in either, but I wanted to just read the back. You can pause and read the back of those. So you have got the wrong number, the wrong man, and what it says, the fucking wrong man and the fucking wrong date. And the next one, this one I haven't heard of, but when I read the back of it, I really liked the sound of it. So this is a young lady that gets, I think she gets taken. Yeah, she escapes from somewhere, but she's had so many different names. I'm just kind of rereading the back, but you can obviously read it if you wanted to, pause it. But yeah, she's had a loads of different names and obviously taken on identities of a lot of different people. And I thought it just sounded really good. So it's the girls I've been either. So I thought that'd be quite nice to try. This one I have heard of the author before, and again I did read the back. And I like the sound of it. So this is a girl's perspective of her journey in slavery. So I think this is going to be quite a heavy one. So that's why I kind of have a few light-hearted fantasy, romance and fantasies that I will read in between this one. So I reckon, yeah, this is going to be quite a heavy one to read. But I'm excited to start that. So that's those ones. And then picked up this one. This is about two young boys that are living with their mother in Los Angeles, and they get kidnapped by their father and taken to Iran. Yeah, and it's obviously their, I guess, journey finding their way back to their mum. Again, this is going to be quite a heavy one to read, and I will sort of read this one, then a few light-hearted ones in between, like what I call a palette cleanser. So, you know, romancy, just like, you know, easy reads kind of thing in between these sort of books. But I'm really excited to read this. It sounds really good. So if you wanted to read the back, you can do. You can just pause that and read the back of that one. So I've got that one. So next we have this one. This is about the Amazon's women warriors. So this is a factual book. This isn't a fiction. I do like some factual books. I think my eldest daughter would like this one as well. I think she's more inclined to read this one as well. But yeah, this really interested me. It's about the Amazons tribe. Apparently they were like a cult of only women only. Yeah, ferocious women that were... It's saying that they found women buried with arrows, swords and armour. So I guess like a tribe. But the scholars are saying that it's a myth and they didn't exist. So I thought that'd be quite interesting to read. If you wanted to read the back, I'll just put that there and you can pause and read it. But it just fascinated me about, you know, different Greek tribe and stuff. And again, like I said, I like things like that. So I've got that one. Then the next one, I've been wanting to read this one for a while. This is called The Lamb. This is, I guess, a thriller. It's about a young girl and her mother. I think they live in like the woods, the forest, and the mum, they kind of live on their own, like away from a lot of people. So obviously they don't get many visitors. But when they do get visitors on knocking on the door, the mum invites them in, and she starts to, like, you know, she cooks for them, she gives them wine and stuff, and then she kills them, and then I think they eat them. So if you read the back, it says, Margaret and Mum live by the forest. When Margaret is not at school, They spend quiet days together in their cottage, waiting for strangers to knock on their doors. Strays, Mama calls them. Mama loves the strays. She feeds them wine, keeps them warm. Then she satisfies her burning appetite by picking apart their bones. And I just thought that sounded really good. I've heard a lot of people on Goodreads talk about this one. So yeah, I'm excited to try that. And it was only, like I said, I saw this in Waterstones, and I want to say it was like £10 or around that sort of mark. But when I saw it for £4.95, yeah, I was really happy to get that one. So I picked that up. Again with this one as well, I saw this in Waterstones. And you know, when you're trying to and ah about different books that you're going to get, kind of thing, because they're not obviously cheap in Waterstones. But again, when I saw it for £4.95, I definitely wanted to get this one. So this one's about Evelyn Hugo. I think it's her life. So from the 1950s to the 80s, and like her life during show business, and obviously her 7 husbands as well. So again, I've seen a lot of people mention this on Goodreads and said that it's really good. So I'm excited to try that one. This one my husband picked up, The Art of War. I think I did share the one that he's currently reading. I will try and put like an image on the screen here so you can see what book. I think it's called The Shogun, is it, or something? I may be wrong, but like I said, there will be an image on the screen so you can check that book out, and I did show that in a previous video. But this one, I guess, is kind of like a dictionary to that one. It mentions things behind the scenes and stuff to that, so it's like a little novella to that one. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can just read the back of that one. This is called The Art of War. So yeah, so that's the one he got. Then I found a Rebecca Yarros one. I don't think I've shared on a video yet. I will come back and share what I've been reading recently. But I read one of her books recently, and oh my gosh, really good. I really, really enjoyed it. So that's why I wanted to get a few more from this author. Like I said, it was the first one I've read from her, and it was really, really good. So this one's called Great and Precious Things. I have no idea. To be honest, I didn't even read the back of it. I just saw the author's name and I was like, yep, I'm definitely having that one. And like I said, it was only £4.95. So yeah, so if you want to read that, you can do. So that's that one. Again, the same with this one. I love anything to do, any books that Colin Hoover has written. They're not like, some have been really good, and then some are like what I call a palate cleanser. She's my in-between reader from these ones. So if I read a heavy book, a bit like the last one I read of this one, it was quite heavy at the end, so I did in between. I read a Colin Hoover one. I just find her books so easy to read, light-hearted. They're not too heavy on different topics. Yeah, they're really nice to sort of read, like I said, in between. So I have no idea about this one, Ugly Love. I didn't even read the back. I just saw who it's by, and I picked it up. So if you want to read the back of that one, you can do. So that's that one. This one I've seen and I've been wanting again. I've seen great views about this one. This is Butcher's Crossing. It's about a bison herd that nobody owns. And it's in Colorado, in the valleys, and it's about 2 men that go and try and bring this herd back, because obviously there's a lot of money in bison herds and things. So yeah, it's their journey. I presume it's made into a film. Never seen the film, so I don't know what the film's like. But I always like to read the book before I watch a program or watch a film. It's a bit like at the moment the Off Campus is on. I think is it on Amazon or Netflix? I'm not quite sure what it's on at the moment. I think it's maybe on Amazon. And I've watched a couple, and then it weren't. Somebody said, "Oh, they're books." My friend mentioned their books, and they were in the works apparently at some point, but I cannot find them. So I've paused watching Off Campus, and it was getting really good because now I want to read the books before I carry on watching the program. Because I feel sometimes it's just the way I like to do it. I like to always read the book before the program because I feel like otherwise it spoils the book for me. Because the program's never the same as the book. So I presume this is the same sort of thing. It's like got a film about their travels and that. So so back to that. I'm really excited to try this and read that one. This one is a romance. Again, it'd be something I read in between the heavy books. To be honest, didn't read much about this. I think she lives on a peach farm and he's like a drifter, and I presume they meet, and I'm not quite sure. So it's just like a summer romance is by what I'm going by the cover. It looked good. To be honest, I think I like the cover. that's what drew me to buy it. But so I'm excited to try that one. This one sounded again. I've never heard of this one before, but I read the back, and I know this is definitely going to be a tearjerker one. This is definitely going to be one of those books that I may even put down and read something in between it, or I reckon this is going to fit. So it's about two women that trouble to conceive, and they go through IVF, and if I remember rightly, one lady loses her baby in childbirth, and then the other lady obviously has the baby, but she feels like it doesn't look like her, or she's not got that bond she thinks she would have, and it transpires that she ended up having her baby and she ended up having her baby. So then it's like a custody battle between the two ladies. If you want to obviously read the back, you can do so. I reckon I'd be crying the whole way, at the start, the middle and the end. Most probably in that one. So then the next ones, these are all more light-hearted. I have seen these in the works, and I think they're either £5 or £6 in the works. But obviously, being only £4.95, I got the whole the set. So you've got Duke. Again, they're just like cowboy romances. So if you wanted to read the back of that one, I don't know what order they go in. You got Wyatt. That's that one. So these are going to be really easy reads in between. And then, sorry, this one's Cash. I don't think they're that long. They're about 421 pages. So they're quite an easy read. And then I've got two more to share with you. This one I've heard again on Goodreads, and it's about two boys. I think they're in boarding school, and one obviously is into like draw. I think one comes out with the stories and the other one writes it or draws it, and then whatever he writes about or draws and stuff, they come to life. It said don't let the forest in. So I'm excited to. Would you say that's a thriller or not quite sure? But yeah, I think that'd be kind of, these are the kind of sort of things obviously that come. If you don't like this sort of thing, then this book obviously is not going to be for you. But I love horror. I love anything. Half the time I will, don't get me wrong, I will close my eyes and, especially in the cinema if they make you jump, spend half the time with my eyes closed. But yeah, I like the fact that it's got some images in it to show you what he's creating with his, I think he's writing it. That's it. So yeah, so that's that one. And then the last one is this one. I think this has got to be a American copy because the book's a lot larger than the rest. This one's called Masters of Death. I think she's a estate agent, if I remember rightly, from reading the back. Again, I've not heard of this before, but I just like the bit on the back. Like from reading the bit on the back, it kind of interested me. Yeah, she's an estate agent, so it's her struggles of being an estate agent and also being a vampire. And then I think the place that she's trying to sell is haunted by a ghost as well. So I think, yeah, it's her struggles of her trying to be a estate agent while being a vampire, and plus, like I said, the place that she's trying to sell is got ghosts there as well. So yeah, that just sounded really interesting, so I thought I'd give that go as well. And that's it. That's all I have to share. I did get quite a lot of books to keep me occupied for a while, which I'm really excited to start reading. I am actually currently reading one on my Kindle. If you've ever read this, it's Sweet Hate. It's really good. It's a light-hearted romance. Yeah, really easy to read. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, it's free on Kindle Unlimited. I was looking into Audible as well because I thought that'd be quite handy on like in the car and stuff to listen to. I don't have any form of Audible at the moment, apart from the ones that you get on Spotify. I know you can get some books on there that you can put on Audible. But yeah, I may look into, if anyone has Audible, is it worth it? Let me know in the comments. I don't know, I think you pay a prescription per month. So I need to look into that. Because I just thought it'd be quite handy to listen to books on the, like, even on the train and things like that. I can't do it. Even in passenger, I'd be sick. Yeah. So I just thought Audible would be a great way to still read on the go kind of thing. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will catch you in the next one. Have an awesome week, guys. Bye.